are you doing?
Oh my god.
I don't even know what's going on.
So he felt like, I'm going to have to hide the fact that I've already got this marriage. Or now marriage doesn't have to be marriage, physical marriage. It could be a business partner, people. You're going to need to apply it, but don't fucking pull it over something to make it fit. Don't. Apply it, but don't freaking smother it, okay? He's probably being smothered by that bitch. So this could be a business arrangement because it says marriage and business. Lion time. Somebody needs to roar. Somebody is a lion. Somebody could be a Leo. Somebody could be a law enforcement officer. Time to act. Maybe he was like, here's this window of opportunity. Something about six, something about swords. Okay, so that is on the Prince of Hearts. So he really, I'm going to defend him for a second. Don't kill me. Oh, maybe she wanted to kill her. He wanted to kill everybody. I don't know. This guy could be a complete narc. This guy could be a fucking hitman. Oh. Okay. The card that flew out is a Two of Pentacles in reverse. What? Now you don't want to juggle two people because you wanted to stay with some bitch for money, but you wanted to go to the ocean mermaid lady scrying in a cup with a fish. Maybe you eat fish, maybe you like to eat fish, maybe you identify with the water, or you do scry. You're probably a tarot reader. You're definitely psychic. He says, I don't want to be a player no more. Okay, so house gatekeeper NPC opens for you, closes for them. Project failure, fail. Prevented a proposition. Okay. So either this Emperor in reverse is like, please don't leave me because I want to make a proposition to you. And this time I won't juggle. I don't want to be a player no more. And please let me try to fucking hide you on an island somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Let me take you to the mountains over, into the woods. We don't have woods yet. We have a lot of air. And water. A lot of emotion here. Or it's this bitch that tried to prevent him from making a proposition to this woman. Maybe proposition could mean promotion. Maybe you were working with maybe you were working with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, who is a non-player character who was the gatekeeper in a house. A house could be a house of business. She tried to close the door for you to keep it open for them, but now the door is open for you and closes for them. Project failure. Fail. Prevented a promotion. Apply it. Okay, you guys, don't force it. Okay, the card that made me squeal. Somebody's a pig. Somebody lipstick on a pig is what I'm. There's lipstick on a pig, and I don't mean any disrespect. Somebody literally could be a law enforcement officer. I do not use that vernacular. I respect law enforcement as long as they're not corrupt, and the majority of them are not corrupt, although I have met corrupt law enforcement. So this oracle is 6 to 8 people. Leo, again with the fucking Leo. Leo, law enforcement. Leo, lion. Okay, August. Gavel, involvement, law. Okay, so there's a judgment on these people over here because the Queen of Cups seems to be very quiet, saying, yeah, I know people are doing spell work on me, but I'm busy going fishing. Because I boned out. I left. I was either on a ship and took a trip across the water, or I was on a bird. I was on a plane. It's a bird. It's a plane. And so she goes away. She flew away toward her rainbow and left the storms of the past behind. Again, Amy Zerner's art. And there is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Somebody's been caught lying. Somebody's been caught cheating and stealing. Somebody has been caught red-handed, but they weren't even trying to cover their crime so much. It's just that they tried to obscure it with a marriage. Somebody got married to hide something, cover something, get something, keep it. I'm just leaving. This is going to be a gang of cards. A gang could be involved. One more oracle, and then I want to hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no. Okay. I don't know why this just makes me sing, but I can sing. So, I mean, I attempt to sing just like I attempt to play instruments. Leave me alone. Woo! Okay, so the one that popped up, Princess of Pentacles in reverse. So bad news. Somebody's getting bad financial news. The oracle associated with this illusion and ruin, influencer, health, and again, final judge comes out. Telling you, they went after an influencer. This could be, if you're like, I'm not an influencer. Well, maybe you are on YouTube and you've YouTube. Influencer just could mean that you are excellent in the community. People trust you. They you're a role model. People look up to you. Okay. I keep looking at this other deck. Like now my hands are feeling really aggressive. Like I feel like, whoa. Okay. One more oracle to close this off. Ugh. Disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah, you're sorry now. You want to go over to the Queen of Cups and you lost her. What is it? Because now everybody wants her. You want her. How does that work? That's what it feels like. And the poor guy could... Oh! The card that popped out... The moon in reverse. Yeah. I think that this guy was some black magic being done to him. Doesn't mean that people aren't susceptible. I mean, like you can say, I don't believe in this, and other people could be fucking around with your picture, burying it in a graveyard. And if you are in correct alignment with Jesus Christ, and it doesn't have to be Jesus Christ, just with your highest vibration, your divine. Okay, this would never be Satan. This would never be Lucifer, never in a million years. But I think that this Queen of Swords in reverse, that I believe is literally a satanic worshiper, or she goes to church and says she's a Christian, but no, she is not. I mean, with the sacrament there, she could even say, I'm a Catholic. No, you're not. I would know. So the moon in reverse, this is a person whose some moon magic has been done to him, because I think, again, we are talking about the same king or emperor that's all around in the collective who, yeah, I think that he is a bad person. I will say that. But I also think that this is a person who's had magics done to him because he's in a low vibrational state. I think he made some mistakes. I think he cut a Queen of Cups loose go because he was looking for greed, or maybe the Queen of Swords pressured him to cut loose and to literally sabotage or get this chick, the Queen of Cups, killed, or to do something like that. And I'm not kidding, because we see so many legal themes in here that there could be some evidence. We also have the indication of an evidentiary hearing. Some feds already have the proof. Maybe this is like feds on feds things. When you see this many cards that are repeating themselves, it could be like interdepartmental disciplinary actions. The next one was, they do not have wish fulfillment. They are in the trees and in the walls gathering evidence. What am I telling you? They're in the trees, they're in the walls. That means that they could be stalking you, but I'm really feeling like they have been watched for a very long time, longer than they think. I think it's the both of them. There's some trouble there. There could be a divorce present if they were ever married, if they were going to get married. This one wants to hit me. Whoa! Okay, so the card that flew out, hit me, and hit the floor is the real estate title corruption fraud surveillance project on the Prince of Wands. These people have committed some kind of real estate theft, real estate fraud. I got color of title. That would refer to chain of title. That would refer to title companies. That would refer to land. These people have done something with title, property title, chain of title. Could be chain of command. Somebody could be in the military. Somebody could just be in a hierarchy of persons. Oh, I've got the Two of Cups again. But he says, but wait, Queen of Cups, I love you. I know I fucked up. You are my swan. There's a pair of swans. And it says, can't escape this, sees you as the authority. Maybe this man wants to fucking come back because he says, you're a psychic, you're a healer, you know how to heal with fish and water, and you're a fucking mermaid. And so I need your help, fish, water, mermaid, queen, because, I can't escape this. Whoops, hang on just a second. I'll be right back. There's my sign. Be right back. Okay, and we're back. All right. So that was my sign. Now I have my Zodiac dress on. So where were we? So this guy, let's wrap this up because I can't. Let me explain something to you guys, okay, about healthy boundaries and healthy relationships. It doesn't mean, I'm going to clean some of this up here. It doesn't mean, oh, I see another one. Car trip movement. You were innocent. So if you identify with the Queen of Wands, or why do I keep calling her the Queen of Wands? She must be hot. Okay, so this Queen, so this Queen of Cups, with the car trip and movement, she took a trip or got in a car, she got away, she created movement. She was innocent. So if you identify with the Queen of Cups or the protagonist, the obvious protagonist here, you were innocent. Nine of Pentacles. Can't even make this up. I hope I'm not making too much noise, but this is so much. The Nine of Pentacles, she or you, flip the genders, I don't care, but she's happy. She's got a beautiful bird flying toward her. Someone is coming toward her. Someone, I don't know. Please don't make me say that it's this guy, because I know that he's coming toward her to say, look, it was her fault and all that. But I'm sorry, he made his choices, and she's all by herself. She's fine. She has everything. She's eating bonbons. I don't know. She's got her hand in this coy little thing like, I know, I'm beautiful, I'm happy, I'm blessed, there's everything growing around me, and this is a gorgeous tapestry. So while I clean this up here, let's just talk about healthy boundaries and closure. Because you don't always get an answer as to why somebody had to be a master dick or a bitch, but that's okay. The greatest gift is if you are not given closure, because then, my children, you create the closure. Look at this other card as I'm doing this. This man is afraid to be alone, and you are immune. And that's on the King of Cups. Let the King of Cups come towards you. This is that gladiator guy that I was telling you guys about. For you women that are waiting for a gladiator, maybe you're a man waiting for a gladiator, someone much better is coming towards you. Somebody who has seen battle. Somebody who's done the, that was loud. Somebody who's done the battle. Somebody who actually has done the shadow work. Somebody who's viewed as upright in the community. Somebody who has a great reputation, not a shady reputation. Somebody who's going to be honest and wear his heart on his sleeve. Now, let's talk about redemption. There's your closure. You create the closure. That's the greatest gift of all when you don't understand why something happened. Because there's always like an iceberg. There's more beneath the surface than you see. Now, did I say service? Somebody's in the service or in service. But you can create the closure. Now, let's move on to redemption, the theme of redemption. Yes, people can redeem themselves. Yes, we are all flawed. We have all sinned. If we were perfect, we would be Jesus, okay? We'd be walking on water, okay? But a redemption story does not mean that you are the redeemer. Maybe this guy thinks that the Queen of Cups can heal his health issues. I think that this could be one or the other, or a combination of both, that this man is suffering both physical illness or spiritual illness, metaphysical illness, a combination of both. Somebody's name is Fidel. Somebody's name is Felicity. Fidel. Semper Fidelis. And that's on the card that says sorry. Okay, so this person is saying, I will always be faithful, because that's what Semper Fidelis means, always faithful. But this individual has not been faithful. We could have a situation where he was already married or in some entanglement with some person who was not good. Somebody with some negative attachments that could be spiritual, demonic, or in nature, or just like trash. People from a trash family or something that looks shiny on the surface, but what he was after was money, accoutrement, status, whatever it was. He was trying to forget about the Queen of Cups. Maybe he is the type that will say, well, you left me and or I left you, you know, like another one of those. But you're not the redeemer. The redeemer is the redeemer. Consider it done that you played your role and that you played your part. Sometimes some of us know when that's occurring. Not everybody does. And we know, oh my God, I know I'm walking into a shit show, but I want to see this for myself, to not pass judgment because I am not the judge. I mean, you are the judge of your own life, but sometimes we go into a situation with eyes wide open and know this is bad. Something's calling me to look over here. These are some attribute identifying cards. Your cousin or a male is significant, or a cousin, a male is significant to the, what I'm going to call the, I don't want to call the other main character an antagonist, you know, but he sure does seem antagonistic with that Queen of Swords in reverse, who is coming across as the crybaby. There's also a gay one involved. On the other side, we have a bookworm. On his side, we have a traveler, the unstable one. Okay. Let's get another identifier for the Queen of Cups, who's a bookworm. You know, I'm getting the total vibe. I will make Belle my wife. Oh, fuck, leave her to her books, please. I get fiancé. This man could have had a fiancé involved. F could be significant again. All right, let's get another one for him. We've got the pussy. He literally is a pussy. He could have hired your creepy neighbor. I shit you not. I've got on his side the devil worshiper, the bitch, the happiness hater. And on her side, we've got the life coach. She is over here reflecting. Oh, sorry. I'm just throwing him down because this is absolutely ridiculous. The happiness hater, bitch, devil worshiper, pussy, traveling gay people with a cousin who's a male. They're unstable. There's a fiancé involved. There's a crybaby. They hired a creepy neighbor, a dumbass, and a snitch. I also get the recruiter and the simpleton. They literally could have hired people in the Queen's community to exact some kind of agenda that seems very revenge-like or vindictive, does it not? The Queen of Cups is a gamer. Let's just, she's shy. Then I've got the office bitch. Obviously, people were hired. Now, if this is a work situation for you guys, the office bitch is probably going to be that Queen of Swords in reverse, an air sign. All right, let's keep, my fingers just won't grasp. I got a dog trainer for her. I got a dog walker for the Queen of Cups. And she could be a babysitter on his side. I've got a felon and a taxidermist. These could be people that have actually done murder and keep trophies. I've got them as the angry one, the depressed one, and the karmic. On her side, we've got the grandma. Now I've got a male fiancé. For those of you who know that there are two different spellings, fiancé and fiancé, but you think of the French spellings. And then I've got a manager. So she has her own business and she does her own thing. Then on his side, I've got the crazy man, the critic, and on her side, the singer, his side, the cowboy. In the middle, I've got the videographer, photographer, overexposed. Somebody could use your pictures to do something weird. I've got her that she's happy. I've got him that he's a pessimist and she's the optimist. What do you want me to tell you? Incredible story. I can't even write the story because the cards are writing the story. Look at, I got rotting in my head. You know, these people could have done murder or we're going to hurt somebody, hurt you. And I'm not kidding. You know, of course, this isn't going to apply to everybody, and just consider that this is a fictional story. You know, I think that the sacrifice could literally refer to this crazy bitch who is the Queen of Swords. Like, yeah, I'll get with you and you can have access to my money or whatever the fuck it is, because obviously he doesn't love her and he's probably gay. He could be bisexual. He could be on the down low. We've seen that before in the readings. Other readers have picked up the same information. It isn't always the same story, but we're all tapping into the collective consciousness. I missed a few cards over here. So we're going to throw them on his side and we're just going to fucking see. So we've got Homie the Clown. Your ex is a karmic clown. Sideshow Bob, your karmic clown ex has a karmic sideshow ex. That makes sense. She comes in as the agitator. He comes in as sex. And then the re-gifter gives it to you and everyone else. And there's an Uber driver. Uber is significant, Airbnb is significant. What do you want me to tell you? Okay, so I know that this whole thing has been very choppy. There are sections to it. I'm getting EVPs. I don't really want to take too much more time on this because I may have to even split it up so that this is as seamless as possible. I want to give you a meditation. So let me grab these. First, let's get something that's a little happier. I want you to know you are sweet and savage. You are weird and beautiful. You are allergic to bad vibes. You grow and glow. I am the influence. And I got this. Somebody may be Jewish. Somebody may be associated with the Star of David. Somebody may study or practice Kabbalah. Now, let me go grab this. Let's get you a meditation. Okay. These shuffle really weird. Oof. Okay. Almost. Nope. There it is. Okay, so 3 came out at 1. Oh, no, you would not. You cannot. Wow. Look at this. Let me pick them up. I bloom with purpose, power, and clarity. I give myself permission to let go of people who do not serve my highest good. And the last one, this is where I can't even, this is unbelievable. I give myself permission to remove myself from toxic situations. So let me just briefly explain something to you. Understand that when you don't have closure, you give yourself closure. Let's summarize it and wrap it up like this. That is the greatest gift that the universe could give you, because you are the one that sets the tone and creates the ending yourself. You are not subject to anyone else's narrative. They do not tell you what happened. You know what happened. You create the closure. I know that doesn't feel good in the moment. Also, remember that not everyone that presents in your life is there for any reason other than to literally be tested. And you may very well have been the test in the situation. How will they treat you? What will they do? Remember, Maya Angelou, that when people show you who they are, believe them. I know that that's also very difficult to do. And if you're very young, that's even harder. You know, releasing and letting go isn't something that everybody can do. You know, I know it sounds easy for me to say, to shake hands and say, I'm good, you know, and without any explanation, be done. Sometimes it takes a moment for people to reveal who they truly are. You could think that you're dealing with somebody who's amazing and upright and all things, and then you find out that this gal or this guy is just a terrible person. And you are the one that needs to make that judgment call. It requires nothing more than an understanding of what you have witnessed. And as we've seen our Queen of Cups here, and remember, you could be a King of Cups and we'd have to flip all these roles, and you already know all that, blah, blah, blah. But you do need to exercise extreme caution when you are made aware of a person's true nature and how they treat you is all that you need to know. If you're dealing with somebody that made you feel safe, and then suddenly you're in the greatest peril of your life, what does that say? That person is not safe. Someone who truly loves you will never place you in harm's way. Somebody who loves you will make you feel loved. Their core will be love. Their core will be solid, not someone who, flips around or flips a script or gives you pause or isn't human or has no, gosh, I'm going to have to say it the way that I heard it, has no soul. You could have been dealing with somebody who literally is some kind of soulless wonder and some functioning organism that's breathing and wears a mask. And I don't mean to put down actors, because this is no actor. This is no act. This I've seen everything here looks like sabotage, manipulation, and cruelty. That's what you need to know. Take care of yourself the way that you would take care of the people that you love. You would show them love and kindness. You would forgive them their trespasses just as you would expect to be forgiven as well. Not someone holding grudges or somebody who can't treat you kindly without being cruel. Playing games, a facade, a fake, a phony. Every superhero at the dollar store is made of plastic. It is the image and the story that we create in our minds that correspond with what we see. So if you take that and expand, once you've seen that someone is different than what you saw in your mind, that's when you have to accept that that is the reality. There are good actors and bad actors, just as there are people that will try to wear the costume of some knight in shining armor, or so we use the vernacular this way. That's I suppose more of a colloquialism that we, somebody is a knight in shining armor, or some woman is an absolute queen, and then come to find that they are not truly who they are, and whether you willingly or unwittingly were the test, let it be that way and let it rest. All right, so let's see if we can get this freaking thing uploaded. All right, this continues to be the narrative that I think every reader is so sick of. I am one of them, because it's just it's pointless, it's useless, and I really feel for you guys that can't kind of let this thing go. If you resonate with the male who is not letting go of the Queen of Cups, I guarantee you it would be in your best interest to let the Queen of Cups go and let the love flow toward her that she so deserves. All right, God bless you all. Maybe tell yourself it was just a dream.
Ma fede fumo e le qua.
Spare